Good day and welcome to the Sport Rep Show. I am Jesse Jackson Kauraitha, your host for today. We'll be uncovering some of the latest sports news in and beyond Namibian borders. And now for your latest on the hit list. The race for the title of the Debmarine Namibia Football Premier League continues to take twists and turns, with African Stars regaining the top spot after Sunday's matches. At the bottom of the standings, things are equally tense as the relegation-threatened teams have suddenly begun to add some points. Mathematically, nothing has been cast in stone yet, and the league continues to gear up for a grand finish. Reigning title holders African Stars beat Julinho Sporting 2-0 on Saturday before beating Okakarara Young Warriors 2-1 on Sunday. The score for African Stars was indeed 3-0 over Julinho. Stars coach Ronnie Canalelo was reluctant to allow complacency despite the team's dominance in both matches played at Okahanja. Ongos FC, who were on top of the past two weekends, dropped to second place after less productive weekend. Ongos lost 1-0 to Mighty Gunners on Friday and held by Shoke Chula Chula 2-2 on Sunday. Moses Shidolo's brace for the visitors from the north, including an outrageous 22-meter free kick, cancelled out Ongos goals by Simon Elago and Nicodemus Haikali. Tigers FC, on the other hand, lost, that is to Life Fighters, and that was 3 goals scored, that is on Saturday. It was indeed a very disappointing one for new coach Mervyn Bakera. And as you can see on the log there, you can see that African Stars are on top with matches played 23 and 50 points. That is 4 points ahead of second place Ongos FC, that are on 46 points. Komas Nampol FC 45 points after 23 matches. It is a tight contest at the top of the table, and you can see that Ongos FC has a game in hand. Looking down there at the relegation zone, it is indeed a fighting spirit that is being shown from the clubs at the bottom of the log. You can see that Life Fighters 16 points, just 4 off the safety position, which Julinho Sporting just barely hanging on to with 20 points. They need to come up and play because the teams down in the relegation zone are just close and following up there. Tigers FC, despite not performing so well this time around, they still have 32. They still have 32 points after 22 matches. Not so far away from safety though, but still in good position. Now let's hear from coach Mervyn Bakera, who was really disappointed this weekend.
So we push on, try to correct from these moments and fight for the points that are there. Very terrible results, bad results for the club. A club as big as this does not deserve such a result. So all of us who are involved, we need to take responsibility of this and make sure that we better it going forward. Okay.
That was Coach Mervyn Bakera there, a man in hot water, just coming from African Stars, and actually needs to help Tigers FC perform. Otherwise, it is going to be difficult for him at the club. And on to different news now, which is the mountain biking. The FNB Schools Mountain Biking MTB League for 2024 kicked off last weekend at Roots Gymnasium Private School in Stamford. This year's first competition in the South was an ultimate showdown where the thrill of rugged terrain met the spirit of competitive biking. Riders from across the country converged to test their mettle on Stamford's challenging trails in hopes of clinching the coveted trophies and medals while boosting their individual standing on the leaderboard, as well as for their school. In the under-18 boys category was undisputed Prince Sibona Nana, who clocked an impressive time of 20 minutes 37 seconds in the final and third lap. The girls under 18 category saw Angela Kamati 20 minutes and 37 seconds beat Erika Hamujebo 27 minutes and 24 seconds with a time difference of almost 7 minutes. The under 16 boys category was contested by 3 riders. Sean Morkel came first, 20 minutes 37 seconds, with Terence Morkel close on his heels with 21 minutes 14 seconds. Bjorn Barnard could unfortunately not finish the first lap. And on to another news now. This is something different. It is e-sport. In an impressive display of skills and passions of e-football, the first set of Namibian national esports qualifiers concluded in Windhoek over the weekend. The esports competition, organized by the Namibia Electronic Sports Association and held at the MTC Innovation Center in the University of Namibia and Science and Technology, NUST, HTTPS building, witnessed intense competition among seasoned e-football athletes vying for top honors. Among the standout performers were Mandume Kaukungwa, known in the e-football realm as Vasilias, who claimed the overall title. Kaukungwa clinched the coveted first place after beating Thomas Ikela, recognized as King Ikela. That is 3-2 in a heated final. Following closely behind was Lugaboleth El Vasquino, who claimed the third spot on the podium despite a 2-0 elimination by Ikela. The accolades did not end with just the thrill of victory, as substantial cash prizes awaited the winners. Kaukongwa seized the 2,000 grand prize with Ikela and Boelek, earning 1,500 respectively for their remarkable performance. We will go for a short break before the hit list continues.
From the day you were born and welcomed until your pensioner years on this earth, your life is filled with changes and phases. What mattered the most at age 10 may be an unknown memory at 25. The heartbreak at 16 may be replaced with wedding bells at 27. The degree you've always wanted or starting your career business may come true at age 30. And the dream to own your own home may come to realization at age 50. Whatever stage you find yourself in, whatever matters right now, Standard Bank has what you need to bank like you. Choose your own path. Choose endless possibilities. Standard Bank, it can be.
And as we continue on the hit list, on to more football news. Brave Warriors International Aprosius Petrus has penned a deal with South African Premiership side Cape Town City FC, the club announced on their social media platforms today. The former Blue Waters defender was part of the national team that competed in the Africa Cup of Nations in January. The player recently played for Kosovo club Liria in the Kosovo Premier League. Good luck to him there, and we hope that he will be able to deliver. Remember, Cape Town FC wanted to sign, that is, Prince Shiweather at the beginning of the year, but that deal unfortunately fell short due to the player's injury. But they have roped in another Namibia, of course playing a different position, which is the defensive position. On to more Brave Warriors news, but this time it is different news. Senior Brave Warriors players are demanding that the 15 million allegedly paid to the former Namibia Football Association by CAF for the team's advancement in the Africa Cup of Nations gets divided equally amongst the players and technical staff. Speculation is, however, rife that the Football Association allegedly wants to use some of the money for infrastructure. The players, however, state that the money belongs to them and they want a bigger portion of the CAF windfalls. However, we spoke that is to NFA President Robert Shimoshili, who was adamant that this money will not be divided as the players demand, but will, however, be used for infrastructure. Shimoshili says that the team represented the country and some windfalls should actually serve for the country, and that is by improving the infrastructure and also making sure that the team is able to travel, given that they still have a few more competitions to play, including the FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Shimoshili said that that is period and no more negotiations will be on the table for that. But the footballers continue to demand that they will actually want to have that money regardless of what the president is saying. This also led to activist Michael Amushelelo also taking to Facebook and also posting something in terms of that. Team Namibia have thus far collected 5 medals at the 13th Africa Games in Ghana. Among the 25 countries that have won medals so far, Namibia was placed 11th in the competition this morning. The winners in the competition include swimming, Ronan Vantenaar, men's 100-meter breaststroke gold, Ronan Vantenaar, men's 200-meter breaststroke silver, Alexander Skinner, men's 100-meter freestyle silver, Jessica Humphrey, women's 200 backstroke bronze, wrestling, Abraham Esther, women's freestyle 57 kilograms bronze. That was indeed a special one for Namibia, and the All Africa Games will continue. So you have to just stay tuned and keep an eye on our social media pages for updates in terms of what is happening in Ghana at the moment. We will have more Namibians competing in various disciplines, including the big one, which is athletics. There is a couple of athletes there, and word has it that they are preparing for action. We will take another breather to the marketplace before the spotlight. Stay tuned. And on to the spotlight. The women's football action continued. The spotlight for this weekend is on NAS Babes that have been struggling to gain any momentum in the FNB Women's Super League. The team on Friday lost 1-0 to the Power Angels before another 10-0 defeat at the hands of defending champions Ongos FC. Sport Rep understands the results have been linked to the sour relationship between the coach and the club management. NAS Babes coach Dangi Franz expressed his frustrations over the weekend. He believes that the club needs to sign more strikers. Indeed, he feels that the backing from the top is not enough to give him the firepower up front. NAS Babes have been struggling already from last season and the season before, and it seems like the team is just heading down again, and they are unable to garner any results as they have been on the receiving end of heavy defeats. One heavy defeat was evident against Ongos FC, putting 10 past them in this weekend, which was something very frustrating. We don't know what the situation at the club is, and we hope that it will be resolved. However, we do have the coach here, Dangi Franz, in an interview, who expressed his dismay and anger over the situation. A disappointing 1-0 defeat here to V-Power Angels. What did you make of the game, and what do you think needs to be done to bounce back?
We just need the strikers. To be honest, we don't have a striker. We don't have. We need a striker. We get a lot of opportunities. We're supposed to win this match, but no scoring machine. For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, like thank you. We have spoken about this lack of striker story for quite a while. Last time we spoke, you said that you are turning all the rocks in Windhoek all over the country to find strikers.
Yeah, but I don't have a support. To be honest, I don't have a support. I'm trying to talk to my manager to buy for me players, but they don't respond me. They want me to use these players, which is based in Windhoek. Because I have a lot of players, which is Eno Kakarara and a lot of in the Swakop, but try to call them, but no, there's no support. I don't.
Okay, coach.
I don't have.
So what's the way forward with no strikers? What are you going to do?
The way forward is either they buy or I'll continue playing this till we see when we can get the window open. Then.
Okay, thank you so much, coach. I can see you're very disappointed.
Yeah.
A very disappointed coach he was indeed. Many coaches also in the league have expressed their dismay over the pitch conditions there at the NFA Technical Center and hoping that water breaks could be extended. All that is happening. The Sport Rep will be again there this weekend to cover some more FNB Women's Super League matches, and we hope that we can unearth more of the stories. Our international correspondent Ariel Hart is on standby with the latest international news. But first, let us see what the marketplace has in store for us. Stay tuned.
Your life could change at any second, but you'll never know until you take the chance. With sports betting, number games, and online casino gambling, JSB is your best bet. Will you be Namibia's next instant millionaire? Place your bets easily online at jsbsports.bet or at any JSB location nationwide. We'll take you to the action anywhere, anytime. JSB, where the next instant millionaires come to play. Strictly no under 18s. JSB supports responsible gambling. Winners know when to stop.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with soccer news first. The English Premier League Monday night game that was played, and it was Chelsea that hosted Newcastle United. Important game for both of them. They're both very close to each other, but outside the top 8 at the moment. Top 8 soccer teams qualify for Europa League, so they have to battle just to get into that at least. Not a good season for Chelsea, but they won at least this game at home. They beat Newcastle by 3-2, a tight game at home for them. They now move up to 11th position on 39 points and followed by Newcastle on 40 points. And so it's very close still for both teams to try and get into the top 8 of the English Premier League. What's awaiting both of them now is Newcastle. They are playing against West Ham. That will be on the 30th of March. That will be a home game for Newcastle United. Then on the 4th of April, a tough game for Chelsea. Then they host Manchester City. On to tennis news. News from the Indian Wells BNB Paribas Open, and big news there on the men's side of the draw is at number 1 seed, that is Novak Djokovic, out of the tournament. He was beaten by Luca Nardi of Italy. The score there was 6-4, 3-6 and 6-3. Also a tough game for number 4 seed, that is Daniil Medvedev, but he survived. He beat Sebastian Korda of the United States. He beat him 6-4, 5-7 and 6-3. That was all in the round of 32. In the women's side of the draw, it was Elise Mertens that beat Naomi Osaka by 7-5 and 6-4. Of course, Naomi Osaka, a 2-time major winner also. And Aryna Sabalenka, the Australian Open winner, she beat Emma Raducanu of Great Britain by 6-3 and 7-5. And also Coco Gauff of the USA safely through to the round of 16. In closing of today's international sports news is Formula 1 racing news, and 2 races done still. Max Verstappen dominating after the first 2, winning the first 2, and there will be a week break now, and then the next one will be on the 24th of March. It will be in Australia. And the team news from Ferrari is that Carlos Sainz seemed to be back. We will probably be back in Australia. That was after being sick, and it was Oliver Bearman that replaced him and did very well in the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And it is Oliver Bearman that's just 18 years old, but it seems like he will not be able to drive in Australia. It will be Carlos Sainz that will be back in the Ferrari seat. And also news from Mercedes-Benz is that the team principal Toto Wolff said that they will welcome the possibility if Max Verstappen wants to move over to Mercedes-Benz in future. And that comes from a difficult time at the moment for Red Bull. There's lots of pressure on Christian Horner, the team principal, and there's also allegations that Max Verstappen may be not too happy with some of the components of the team at the moment. But if he needs to move, then Mercedes-Benz said that they're very happy to receive him. But Toto Wolff also said they first need to fix their car, make their car faster. Then Max Verstappen is very welcome. That's international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day, and we talk international sport again tomorrow. Goodbye.
Welcome to Namibia, where adventure meets tranquility. With Enjoy, you have access to a wide range of accommodations to suit every traveler's taste and budget. Experience the finest dining and hospitality Namibia has to offer. Booking your dream accommodation is just a few clicks away with Enjoy. Join thousands of happy travelers who have trusted Enjoy for their Namibian getaway. Your gateway to unforgettable Namibian adventures. Visit us today at enjoy.my.na.
Thank you so much, Ari, for that international update. Now, 2 things before we conclude. These are the stories making rounds. And as you can see there, the Brave Warriors players ready to protest. They are ready. They want their share of the 15 million that has been given to the NFA by CAF, that is for reaching the round of 16. Now, as viewers at home, you can always drop your comments on our social media pages and just tell us, what do you think of that? Should the NFA give this money to the Brave Warriors, or should the Brave Warriors players accept that the money should be divided and some given to infrastructure? We wait for your comments on these sections there. Just go on our social media pages. You will see the updates on this story, even though that the NFA president Robert Shimoshili continues dragging his feet with the entire association in terms of giving the entire 15 million. And the other thing here is that, who do you think is going to win this one here? Quite close and tight at the top of the table. African Stars 50, FC Ongos 46, Nampo 45. It is all going to be an electric ending to this one, reminding me of the English Premier League, which is also very tight between Liverpool, Arsenal and Manchester City. Well, Namibia is producing its own drama here, and as you can see, it is just a number of points between the team that is in third and the team at the top of the table. It will take just a weekend for one team to topple another, as it has been going on for the past few months. Remember that these teams are playing double headers. We also want to find out from you, who do you think is going down in this one? Is it going to be Orlando Pirates? Is it going to be Life Fighters FC? Is it going to be Okakarara Young Warriors? Or in the relegation zone, Julinho Sporting are not out of danger at all, as you can see there. Do you think they will go down as well? Young Brazilians FC have been dropping vital points, and they are also not so far away. As I said, with double headers, it will just take a weekend for a team to topple another there. And a team that has done very well so far is the Civilians. They were right down there in the dropping zone, but they are, however, out of it. So, however, they still need to play in order to stay safe. This brings us to the end of today's Sport Rep Show. Join me again tomorrow at the same time and place. From me, Jesse Jeskan Kauraisa. Enjoy the rest of your day.